Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, thanks for coming back and looking at another video. So yeah, we are here. As you can see, we've got a few of the boys in the back of the truck. So top marks if you can name all of these. But we have, let's see if I can do this backwards whilst watching in the camera. 560 XP, a little bit of lower transfer work. No base gasket. No, has a base gasket because doing a base gasket delete is difficult on these. 262 XP. My super rebuilt 262 XP, which I bought looking like it had come from the bottom of a puddle. Base gasket delete, exhaust mod. That is it. New piston, got an OE, got an OEM piston and cylinder for that one. So it's an OE, not many hours, piston cylinder, base gasket delete, muffler mod. Ripper. I have to look now because I've got so many of these that look the same. That is the 365, the channel 365. Now, muffler modded, pop-up piston, bit of transfer porting. You can go back and see all the videos. That's the one. This one with the Wolf Creek Saw Shop logo is my 61, Husqvarna 61 with a 266 cylinder on it. Pop-up piston from Wolf Creek Saw Shop and some caber, rings and a muffler mod. Base gasket deleted. 372 XP, the daddy. This one is a big bore, the one with a really cheap big bore that I bought. I'm gonna put a nice big bore on that at some point, I think. But yeah, nice big bore, 372 XP big bore. And then finally over here, the red, as some channels say, the better dressed side of the Husqvarna family. This man is the 2165 that you saw on that big intro to the 365 video. So that is there as my stone stock comparison. So as you can see, we've got a variety of 60cc saws, really, ignoring this one, which is 76.5cc, which we'll have a bit of fun with later. But I'm going to do a few comparisons. So I'm here, this is an intro. The main saws I'm going to go and do an intro with. I'm going to go down into my cutting area now and see what we can do for you. But yeah, I think this video will probably be titled you know, like a 65cc comparison. So we're going to have that's our stock saw. Then we're going to have obviously the 365 that we've done all the work on, and then just for a bit of comparison, the 266. They'll all take the same bar, so I'm going to do a bit of bar swapping for you. Let's get on with it. So here we are in one of my little cutting spots. I found this big log which has got a good, well, only 6 or 8 inches really, where we can do a bit of comparing. So we're right by the road again, so bear with me with traffic noise. But yeah, there's a good 6 inches on this. Gonna try and be as fair as possible. My nicest chain really is on the 365, so I'm gonna start with that. And then I've got the 2165, which is basically the Jonsered version of this, stone stock. And then we've got the 66 as well with the pop-up. So some really good 65cc saws, nothing wrong with any of them. Let's see if we can get some timed cookie cutting. Not really one for cookie cutting normally, but let's do some timed cookie cutting and have some fun and see which one's fastest. So I'm going to get this warmed up and switch you back on when we're all ready to cut. Stopwatch is ready! No idea how fast that was, guys, but just trying to keep this log as thin as possible, or use the thinnest bit to keep it as fair as possible. Now I've got to do a bit of bar swapping for you. See you in a minute. Okay guys, quick bar swap later, and we are back with what I'm going to call is a 266 with a base gasket delete, muffler mod and a pop-up piston. It's actually a 61 with a 266 top end, but same saw pretty much, isn't it? So a mildly tweaked one, no porting at all on this. I didn't put a grinder anywhere near the cylinder, so this is literally just a pop-up piston, base gasket delete and a muffler mod, and it's got all the compression. So let's try and do another, mind the car, I'll do another 2 cuts for you, stopwatch is out, and then when I edit I'll put the times on. Yeah, really interested to see how this compares to the 365. This has got more tanks on it though, I'd say. This is probably at that 5, 6, 7 tanks worth. Yeah, as you can see I keep track quite well. But yeah, this has done a bit. I really love how this saw runs as well. So let's see how she cuts. Already warmed up, by the way. All that bar swapping for that. So I'm probably getting a bit better at racing now, trying to hit it full throttle. It's difficult, this, comparing saws. You see it on YouTube and it looks easy. It's not as easy as it looks. Anyway, got to put this bar on the Stone Stock 2165 now, and let's see how that compares. Wow, I'm interested to watch this back and do time it on my stopwatch. Let's see. Okay, so here we are with the better dressed side of the family. Stone Stock Jonsered 2165 with the same 24-inch bar on, with the car, same 24-inch bar on that I've been using the whole time. This is an Oregon 73 LPX, I think, the full chisel Oregon, 24-inch, and I have used a little triangle file, so it's square file, so pretty sharp. So yeah, I'm really interested to see how we can get this to cut now. Really interesting just pulling it over, so much less compression, so much quieter than the other saws. So let's see how this goes compared to the other two. She is of course warmed up, so yeah. Let's see how this goes. Oh, all that bar swapping for that. If you appreciate all this bar swapping, you need to go and click the subscribe button right now and then ping the thumbs up button to say thank you very much, James, for taking all that time off camera, swapping bars over all the time. So what I'm going to do now is put, just for fairness, I always see people do these timed cut tests and stuff, and you know, these logs change, don't they? So I'm going to put this bar, I'm going to swap it one final time back onto the 365 again, and then we've got a comparison end to end. I do feel like my technique got a bit better. I tell you what, it's not as easy as it looks on camera, this, being fair and cutting. You've got to try and not dog it in, you've got to try and keep it level, you've got to try and just not push on it. So I'm really trying not to push, I'm trying to just let the saw cut as fast as it wants to cut. That definitely felt slower in the cut. The other two felt pretty even, so I'm really interested to see the times in a bit. But yeah, I'm going to go and swap this bar again. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up button for me to swap the bar. And yeah, I'll be back in a minute and we'll do another couple of final cuts with the 365. See you in a sec. Okay, so back with the OG, just while we've got a little bit of this log left I can get to. Back to the OG, same bar and chain, another bar and chain swap. Let's see how it goes. Maybe I've got a bit of a better technique this time. Yeah, let's do some more cuts. So, I don't have no idea which one's fastest. So, there's just a few things I want to round up with, really. Be really into at this point in the edit, I'll probably stop now and then I'll just put the times up. So, like I'll average the times out for the two cuts, see what we ended up with. So I'll put that in now. Bink. So there we go. You know which one was fastest overall and I don't. I'm going to take a guess that the 266 and the 365 were pretty close, and I think the old Jonsered stock one was a little bit far behind, but probably not as far as you'd expect, maybe, I don't know. The final thing that I just thought about when I was swapping, there's a few interesting things that you learn when you're swapping bars and stuff on these. So these 300 series are so much easier to swap bars on. Inboard clutch and an external chain tensioner make all the difference. It's at least twice as long to swap the bar and chain onto that 266. Given that I think that 266 was probably closer to the ported 365 than it was the stock 2165, I just thought I'd mention they're a bargain. I've seen another one on UK eBay today for 180 quid. I've got another two proper 266s, an SE, two 266 SEs that I picked up. I think I paid 100 quid for one and 120 quid for another one. One needs a bit of work on the clutch or something, but you know, they're old saws, they're going to need a bit of work. But compared to these 300 series saws, which in the last few months seem to have gone mental here in money, I mean, I've seen people asking 500 quid for stock 365s, which is just ridiculous, I think. And those 2165s never come up, but if they do, they seem to be 400 quid plus. So yeah, on that basis, a 266, which you've lightly refreshed and put a pop-up piston in, for, I think you could do all that for less than half the price of these other two seem to be getting asked for. So that is an interesting thing to weigh in for. And the other thing about that 200 series is the size of them. They are a lot nicer to handle, actually. They're about a pound, so half a kilo lighter. Switch the cars for you, and the form factor is a lot smaller. So they, yeah, what an interesting little conundrum. But all great saws, as you can see. They'll all cut stuff with that 24-inch bar on. I tend to leave these two guys with 20s on. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Did you enjoy this? Do you like these comparisons? Can I do some more for you? You've got an idea of what saws I've got now. So yeah, I'm quite into buying saws to do a comparison as well. So if there's a saw that I'm missing, unless it's a £1,000 395 or something, which I'm trying to get hold of, but people want all the money for them, 660s and 880s and 395s and all of those. So yeah, with that said, I'll stop yapping, and thank you again for watching. Hit the subscribe, go on, helps me out. And yeah, see you on the next video, guys. Take it steady, keep your saw in the wood and all that. Cheers.